Hey guys, welcome to GiantKiller.co's post-game coverage for today's George Mason victory over Loyola Marin 65-61 in a game that Loyola really pushed Mason a lot this game, but first things first, they got the W. That's what matters. As Brian would say, we're pretty psyched about that. 65-61 are off to a 5-0 start for the first time in program history. It's the best start in program history. So without a doubt, first and foremost, we're going to be pretty excited about that. And the opportunity ahead of this team, everyone's been saying it all week. We've been asking for respect. They're going to get it. They're 5-0. And if you go ahead and you beat Maryland, you're going to get a hell of a lot of respect. This had every little bit of making of a trap game. And I think we all were keenly aware of that this week. But they found a way to win. It was not the prettiest game. They did start 4-4 from 3 and held Loyola to just 3 of 11. But after that, it really was not. It was a really ugly shooting game. Mason got to the line, though, an astounding 36 times to just 20 of Loyola Maryland. Out-rebounded the hell out of them 51-32. But then also got killed in the paint 36-6. So those are not necessarily the most corresponding statistics you'll find. But big game for Jordan Miller. He had 23 points and ended, I believe he had 18 of that in the second half. Really just a gut-check game for Mason in a lot of ways. We talked to Coach post-game about his thoughts on this team moving forward, especially looking ahead to Maryland. This is what Coach had to say about that. By that same sentiment, speaking up Friday night, what did you see with the team in the way they've started the season that you can take moving into Maryland on Friday? Obviously, it's a big game.
Well, I think more than anything is we found a way. It has certainly not been always pretty, and we make mistakes at key junctures, and that's something to learn from. But they hang together. This is a fun group to coach, and they hang together. They're resilient. They pull each other together. When they have bad games, like Jamal he couldn't make a shot, but he had 7 rebounds, and we've just really been saying, like, you've got to help us on the glass. Like, we need all hands on deck, and he took that to heart. So that's I guess what I've seen. If you certainly haven't peaked, and but I think these guys have a belief in each other.
So as you heard Coach talk about, they found a way, and he mentioned a lot at the beginning of the presser as well. This is a team that's built to win 62-61 or 96-61. I mean, this is a team that can score points. It can find a way to get it done when they're not having their best night. And he's flat out said this was not our best night. The crowd wasn't the greatest. I'm sure, as Brian would want everyone to know, that y'all need to get your butts in seats here at UBA. But and Jordan seemed kind of a little upset that there wasn't a great crowd too. He made a comment of like, Tuesday night, I'm sure people have better things to do. Fan support matters for this team, and this is 5-0. Y'all got to get on the bandwagon for this team, because this is a team that is, they're flying under a lot of people's radar right now, but they're 5-0. You go to Maryland, you win, you're ranked. I mean, straight up. I'm not sure how many people are honestly expecting that, even within house here, but even so, you talk about respect and wanting respect within a team. This is a team that, you get respect from winning, first and foremost. As Dave was saying, they found a way. They hung in together. There's a belief in this team. This is a cohesive unit, I think, more so than you've seen in the past, especially. They just find ways to win games. They had a couple big boards down the stretch. They hit their free throws when they needed to. They missed 10 free throws, but they hit the ones they had to down the stretch. And it's just, Dave talked a lot about resiliency. This is a resilient group. So yeah, that'll pretty much do it. I don't have a whole ton to say about this game, to be honest with you. This was not a very pretty game, but you know what? They found a way to win, and that's the important thing. We need all of y'all to come out to Maryland on Friday night. This is about as big a game as Mason's had in recent memory. Get your butt in a car, get on the metro, do what you got to do to get up there. We're all going to be up there. We got a huge crew of Giant Killer guys coming up to Maryland. This team deserves your support at this point. They're 5-0. They're doing some really special things, and it's evident from what both Coach and Jordan were saying. This team feeds off your support. This team needs your support. So get your butt to EBA next time they're home after the Cayman Islands. Support the team up at Maryland before they head off. Follow their games in the Cayman Islands. Give these guys support. And that'll do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Daniel Frank signing off from EBA.